Listening is one of the most difficult skill in the world, especially when it comes to our spouse. What happens is that when you live with a person, you begin to develop a preconceived notion that my wife is like this, my husband is like this. So you begin to perceive your spouse with a preconceived notion. You have compartmentalized your spouse. You have judged already. And when you have judged the person, the moment your spouse starts speaking, your preconceived notion comes in the background. He is speaking because of this, or she is speaking because of this. As a result, when the wife speaks, the husband says, she's talking. He doesn't say it overtly. Internally, he says that. And vice versa. When the husband starts speaking, the wife speaks the same thing. As a result, hardly any listening. And if you don't listen to your spouse, how can you expect to understand the person? Haven't you heard people say, I can't understand my husband, I can't understand my wife? How can you understand your spouse when you don't listen? When the husband speaks, the wife doesn't listen. When the wife speaks, the husband doesn't listen. When both of them speak, the neighbors listen. The conflict goes on. Usually, the ladies complain about men. These men are terrible. You tell them anything, they simply don't listen. If at all they listen through one ear, pass it out to the other ear. And men return the compliment to the ladies. These ladies are terrible. You tell them anything, they listen through both the ears, pass it out to the mouth. Listening is a skill. When we have children, we all get excited to teach our children how to speak. One of the happiest feelings that a mother or a father get is the very first word that child speaks. Have you taught your children how to listen? There are many institutions in the world which teach public speaking. Have you ever come across an institution which teach public listening? And yet to listen is more difficult than to speak. And we have not trained ourselves to listen. You will find conflict. You hear with your ear, but you listen with your mind. All of you are hearing, of course, but I don't really know how many of you are listening. So love means you listen with a feeling to understand her, if you can. A feeling to understand him, if you can.